Hi there, my name is Liam, Head of Technical here at Prima, otherwise known as Yamanak, and welcome to our latest YouTube video. So before I tell you what wonderful product we're going to be showcasing today, I'd like to wish you all a happy new year and hope you all well rested with your friends, families and loved ones over the festive period. I look forward to seeing you, catching up with you all in 2023. So the product we're going to be showcasing today is a Dahua 180 degree 8 megapixel full colour camera, part of the Wizmind series product. So it's packed with features and functions. It is 8 megapixel, is a dual sensor, full colour at night, and has active deterrent functionality. And all does also benefit from things such as smart motion detection and EPTZ. So we'll unbox this together and we'll go through some of the features and we'll see how good this product actually is. So before we open up the box and see what's inside, I want to showcase the box itself. As you can see, it's very brightly coloured. This one clearly identifies the camera as being part of the full colour series of Dahua. As I said earlier, it's part of the Wizmind series, so it does have the AI functionality. So compared to the WiSense, which is more for vehicle and human classification, this gives you things such as loitering, people counting, so on and so forth. It is a 5 series product. It does have a really powerful AI engine in there. Also benefits from perimeter protection, smart motion detection, EPTZ, and also 180 degree field of view, which can be spliced, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. The camera also benefits from EPOE, so if you have the relevant equipment, you can fit this camera up to 800 meters away from your recorder or switch, giving you ease of installation, and obviously a great camera can be used at tremendous distances. Also, as you can see there, the camera does benefit from a 5-year warranty, so giving you peace of mind with the Dahua products. So if we pop this open, I have previously opened it, that's where the tape has gone on there. Inside here, you have your template, if needed. And then you have your accessories, you have your star head, Allen key, whatever you want to call it. Your watertight gland, which you should be using in every installation, and also some installation documents in there also. Then you have the camera itself, pop this open. This camera is based on the turret platform, used that quite loosely. It is also available in a bullet format, but as you can see, this is based on the turret style. It does benefit from audio in and audio out, so it can be used for two-way talk, or you can use the built-in microphone and built-in speaker to do so, or using the active deterrent functionality. It does also have a 12-volt DC connection, so it can be used, or obviously you have your PoE, EPOE, RJ45 in there. Also, handy at the bottom there, you have your reset button and also an SD card slot, which fits up to the 512 gig SD, micro SD card, and for ease of installation, it's even got marked up so you know when it's been sighted, which is the correct way to have your lenses. One benefit of this compared to its closest market rival is the fact that you don't need additional bracketry to be able to put it onto a ceiling or wall. This can be fully adjusted, as I said, is based on the turret platform. You can just undo the grub screw with the ability to turn this, it'll be upside down, it's mounted on the wall, adjust the angles accordingly. You don't need any additional brackets. If you do require bracketry, it is also available. So we have a pole mount, wall mount, ceiling mount, pendant mount. There's loads of different options for it, are all readily available from Prima. As I said, this is loosely based on the turret style. It's not a bad looking camera, and it's size-wise, it's not too chunky either. In all honesty, it's comparable with possibly the TOC, just slightly wider on the front here, showcasing the two 3.6mm lenses and also the 4 white lights, giving you full colour 24/7 with a great camera with a 180 degree field of view. So I'm going to put this up and we'll go through the web page, and I'll show you the new web GUI shortly. So the first thing you may notice, this is the web page of the camera itself, is that it does look slightly different to what you may be accustomed to. But this is the new GUI that Dahua have introduced, and no doubt you'll see it being rolled out across many series over the coming years and months. So this is a live view, this 180 degree field of view to what we have in our demo facility. If you click the little tab here, the home button, as you can see, is icon based, similar to the NVR and XVR that we currently have, the 4.0 GUI. Live AI camera, EPTZ event system, so on and so forth. And the second tab, there's your record picture, so if you had a SD card in there, so the camera does benefit from having a micro SD card slot, which takes up to the 512 gig SD. You can do the settings and also reporting. So if you are using anything like the people counting or heat mapping, this is the section to do that. The camera does have the ability to be utilized on any Dahua MVR. It'll just give you that panoramic view, which is this one here. It'll just give you this panoramic view. If you want to do anything clever with the de-warping, would recommend you using a 5000 series recorder. Or even more so, if you want to utilize something like EPTZ and all the AI functionality, we would highly recommend a 5000i or DSS or IVSS platform to be able to achieve everything that you would like to achieve. And we'll go through that a little bit further in a second. In addition to that, you do have the option in the top right hand corner here, the little cog icon. So there's a few of the settings there. So if you want to get more system information, again, there's the model of the camera, the firmware is currently running on. I'm going to go back to this tab for a second. So one of the tabs here is security. So contrary to popular belief, Dahua do take cyber security incredibly seriously. They want your systems, especially network system devices, to be as secure as possible while they're online. So they are reduce the chances of attack or vulnerabilities. So as you can see here, this is got a green tick, so that's absolutely fine. But this one here is gone amber, so there's a warning for me there. So I click on the details section, it'll inform me what the actual issue is. As you can see here, it says the password's not strong enough. I'm just using a generic password for what I'm utilizing here today to showcase the product, and our HTTPS isn't enabled. Again, I can change these settings by clicking optimize. I can adjust the settings accordingly, and once it's done to the recommended settings, it will go green. And where it should be, but there's tons of settings here. You have your encryption settings, your certification. You can actually download your certificates if needed. All that is there for you. So any of this information you need is at the head of the camera, which is nice to know. The camera itself, as I said, is a dual lens camera giving 180 degree field of view. So I can adjust the image settings here, even the illuminator. As I said, this camera does have 4 white light illuminators on this, so giving you full color 24/7 a day. So it gives you amazing image quality. And also the ability to do splicing. I get options from 2 to 200. I come set it to 10 for what I'm utilizing it for internally, and it seems to work for what we're using here. Also have your encode settings. This is the native 8 megapixel image settings. This is set up as. Obviously you can change that to meet your requirements. Adjust the frame rates with the main and substream. Also have your audio settings. So the camera does have a microphone built in as well as a speaker. So you could do have the option for two-way talk and obviously the active deterrent functionality. Or you have the option for an external microphone via the RCA on the tail, which I showed you in the beginning. Here you can add your own customized Audacity tones, whether you can record them yourself. Again, there's other videos on our channel. I'll show you to do this. Or you can download, delete, whatever, these default audible warnings onto you. So if you did need them, they are there for you. So if you go back to the main page here. So the camera is part of the Wizmind series products, so it does benefit from heat mapping, IVS, people counting, smart object detection. So I need to set up an IVS rule to showcase the EPTZ functionality in a second. So we'll do that now together. So let's go to next. We're going to add a rule. Again, we have a few options here. So you have loitering detection, parking detection. So we could be used for, I don't know, cash machines, vehicle detection, so vehicles parking where they shouldn't be, because it does have the human vehicle classification in there. You know it's going to be accurate and give you accurate results when it's reporting, whether that's to your monitoring station or to yourselves using a DMSS or DSS platform. But for what we're using it for today, we'll just set up a tripwire. I can adjust the sensitivity here, and also, so I'm just going to draw a line there. There's my line, human filtering, no false alarms. Again, I can do my target filtering for my minimum maximum sizes, which is important. Again, further videos on our channel showcasing that. Event linkages. So if I wanted it to record, send an email, so if it was being standalone to monitor station or whatever it may be, using a local alarm output, or the audio linkage, I would select that from this tab here. Once that's done, just ensure I press apply. Once that is done, as well as the AI in here, the camera does also have SMD, which is the latest generation SMD, smart motion detection. So again, that does have the human vehicle classification in there for you to give you improved and more accurate results. So the EPTZ functionality, which is something we'll cover in a second, is EPTZ or electronic PTZ. It gives you the ability, similar to Fish ID warping is probably the closest comparison. So it gives us the ability to set up a field of view. So we can adjust these boxes. So I don't know, adjust that over there, this one over there, and I can make these bigger or smaller if needed. As for the field of view, linkage track, so I'm going to turn that on, but to be able to have this on, it obviously needs the IVS rule, which I've just created previously. Tracking options, you can customize this for a duration of time or until the object disappears. I'll leave that as default for now. Once that is done, for this we would recommend you use a 5000i series recorder, DSS platform or IVSS to be able to use this function, this EPTZ functionality. That's how you're going to get the best out of the system. Once that's done, go back to our live view. I said this is the front end, the GUI of the camera itself. As you can see, there's my IVS rule I created, and these are my EPTZ functions, and these are the areas that I've drawn there. If you go to EPTZ, make sure it's enabled. Also, I have the ability to turn on this IVS rule if I do or do not want to see it. So I can just turn that off, look. Turn that back on. Whatever floats your boat, you have the option to do that. So if I now take a walk and cross this threshold of this IVS rule, the camera has EPTZ functionality. I'll show you that. And the camera will track me within the scene. Here's the network that's playing up here a little bit today. So if I now walk through, as you can see, it's classified me, detected me, and it'll track me using the EPTZ, using the camera's lenses to give me accurate observation of a person who's gone over the IVS rule. There you go, find the ball spot. But a nice feature to be added, I said to utilize this properly, would recommend the 5000i DSS or IVS platform. Or if you're using standalone, obviously you could have this generating alarms to the DSS platform, as I said. But that is a bit of an overview regarding this camera. We are going to be doing a shootout with it next week. I'll show you some outside stills of daytime and nighttime viewing. If you'd like any more further questions on this, please don't hesitate to get in touch with myself or any of the Prima team. And once again, we hope you have a cracking 2023. Look forward to catching up with you all, new and old. Come say hello if you see any of us, and we look forward to meeting up with some of you soon. Thank you very much. Almanac signing out.